Hello, how are you? Hope you are joining me on a beautiful note. It's a beautiful time. It's another new year. This is my new year kind of video and the first. And we have done our new year Muharram since around October, so we are now in the English New Year, the ones that we have in our passports and stuff, our birth certificate and what have you. So today it's going to be a lot of discussions and it's going to end up being on my YouTube channel. It's not going to be on here because I'm just trying to see how we can, navigate, on the realities of life and what have you. Good morning, Laminu Mama. Good morning, Sunusi Libya, Hafiz Elisa. Good morning to all the beautiful people. Yeah, somebody is smiling. Yes, it's New Year. You just made it, We are getting closer to our grave every day. So I'm having me a strawberry tea, a hot strawberry tea, and orange. Guess what this is? It's nice. It's made with wheat, and then you put some honey on it and stuff like that, trying to spice up and be different since we're going to be talking a love affair scandal today and the updates on our security system in the northern Nigeria. Trying to be real, we have to find our striking balance. We've been youths of Africa, we've been run off like, in different dimension, and we need to find our basic balance. A lot of people are going through the Sahara to migrate, for greener pasture. We need to make our greener pasture happen for us by navigating our reality from our mental thoughts and stuff and what have you, because mental slavery is still going on as far as I'm concerned. We can't continue, being misled or being mismanaged or being deceived or, misdirected. And then we keep hoping and hoping. Every year we hope. So we have to start breaking down the reality and at the same time trying to make our social system also healthy for us. I recently read the news on social media, Good morning, Dauda Adamu. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you also share with your friends and stuff and what have you. Let's try to make a better environment. Good morning, Muktari. Good morning, Musa Tahir. All this, my beautiful followers from the Arab regions, Sahel region, and from the northern Nigeria and from Africa at large. A beautiful good morning and a happy, beautiful, blessed year. And may our ending be blessed. Papayo Adamu. Yes, Antash Lafi. I'm going to do the Hausa one definitely. So, assalamu alaikum to all of you. Bismillah. And people always say, I don't say Bismillah. I always say Bismillah every day. That's the first thing. You do your Fatiha, you say Alhamdulillah, and then you say Bismillah, and then you do the Salam and what have you. Dauda from Texas. Yes, I see you. So, yes, I'm going to be talking about my American sister. As a Nigerian American, we have to get it on together. We have to get it right, Youths have been hoping for too long, migrating into different countries, different regions and stuff because of the strategy that they have within themselves. And they keep making the same pattern of mistakes. So in my case with the Dangote stuff and then with the recent update on the security system, congratulations. I hope that you people continue with that pace to comb out the bandits and comb out the kidnappers and comb out the terrorists in our region. We are due for this fight. We are due to make sure that we put the people first as the priority without corruption, because corruption has been the sabotage of all our security system, and we are hoping that they will overcome that corruption within, and what they are fighting is still criminal. So when you are fighting criminal and you allow yourself to be vulnerable to criminality, it takes a long period of time. But when you start apprehending the mess and you know where the criminals are and you know where the issues are, then we are going to be making headway. So congratulations to the Air Force that they were able to bombard the stuff. Congratulations to all the security systems that they are truly involved. May the true leaders succeed. And then back on the reality on the Dangote Dangote, Aliko Dangote, I felt heavily sad on his part, you know, coming from the northern part of Nigeria. I also am from the northern part of Nigeria. And with the scandal, you know, people think that you don't have the right to speak. You have every right to speak because it has everything to do with your community, everything to do with your, you know, with your environment. And as a Nigerian American, I look at it in a different dimension. It happened to Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton had his Monica Lewinsky case, he came out and he owned up. This is not the first time, you know. It happened the first time. I took it to be like you know, like a rumor. You know, how can you be strike in different dimension, the same pattern, you know? And then the sad part, all these leaders and all these businessmen and business tycoons, because when you are a billionaire, you're automatically a leader because you sponsor political parties and you sponsor people. We youths, we don't get sponsors. We don't get people to, you know, because, you know, our interests are not always put first. So we have to find a way to balance the situation, you know, because he has sponsored a lot of politicians. He's into businesses and stuff and what have you. And we have been cut off. So he's like a leader. Indirectly, he's dealing. He has businesses everywhere. I'm happy for him. His businesses are picking up. And I'm sad for him that you know, if he has challenges and stuff like that. But at the same time, we have to be realistic. Youths, the same youths are being left behind, and the same youths will come and start telling you, you know, you're not in the position. Who tells you that I'm not in the position? I'm in every goddamn position that I have to be, you know, because we need to have our own voice. We've been rode down all the time, being downplayed in all dimensions. So these are people that we are supposed to look up to with moral values and stuff, with high personality, high impact on humanity and stuff. And then sometimes we see the opposite, you know, we see the opposite. It happened with a senator. It happened with Hausa actresses and stuff, from the ones way behind before she got married and stuff. And people will come and tell you not to talk. Yes, it's history. I study history. You know, I study history. I look at things, I research, I dissect and stuff. So I will not continue having repeated patterns. He did it the last time with one, is it Jennifer or what have you? And then it was said that, you know, it wasn't true. And then she was so excited. The love was so sweet, was so juicy. She put even Dangote, she put Dan, and then she came and put Dangote, you know. And that was when he stopped picking her calls and stuff like that, you know. And then now it happened with this, whatever, Louise, her name or what, from Atlanta. She owns a restaurant and stuff. And she even gave him credit. And then they, you know, just like when it happened with the emir, you know, his girlfriend from London, she's a doctor, you know, and then they went and did a Photoshop. They do the damage control, they settle the girl or what have you. Just like Dibanj, he had his own scandal, he settled out of court. You know, whenever they have their scandal, you know, lawyers advise them how to go about it, you know, and, you know, they have a strategy around it. And it's left for us to make sure we also have sanity in our life. So we won't think that they are so perfect and stuff. No one is perfect. But at the same time, we have to be realistic, you know. So you come on my page, you preach all this religious stuff about dressing and stuff. And they go to America to have good time, to have fun, you know, or an island or what have you. And then it backfired because now she's not being favored. When they were doing this stuff, we didn't know. I didn't know about it. Nobody, you didn't know. It got bad. Somebody got hurt. So our humanity must be activated at all times. We have to be fair and just. And I'm a humanitarian. You know, I'm a humanitarian activist. So why should I take side with anybody? I have to take side with the reality. You know, the reality is that we have to try and have a balanced society. We are in a mix of war, you know, and you are there having a good time in Atlanta. Or when it backfired, that's when we knew about it. We didn't know about these things. We didn't know about it. It's when it was sour, it wasn't going the way it was supposed. When you are in your 30s, all you'll be thinking about is getting married to the right person. And she thought that she met the right person. That's how I analyzed the situation. And he was not ready to settle down with her. So you are here telling the people and also accepting their damage control that is Photoshop. I will believe if it's Photoshop when whenever for a woman to come out, when a woman decides that she's saying the truth, she has nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, you know? Just like what happened to Jada Pinkett Smith, you know? He was also telling the truth. He was telling the truth and she owned up to it and she called it an entanglement. So this is now because he's the richest man in Africa. So you are now trying to sugarcoat the situation. We have to be real with ourselves. Who helped the farmers in Maiduguri when they were slaughtering them? Because they were not rich, so you didn't have to help their families or send regards to their families or help their families or try to gather money to help the families of the farmers that they were slaughtered or try to help them with something. But because he's a rich man, now you are feeling sorry for him, right? Because he's a rich man and you stand a chance, you think you're going to benefit, and you see all this kind of people coming to come and discuss and say all kinds of things, you know, and try so that he can call them and give them some envelope, you know. And then some people will be thinking that no, it's not all about that. It's all about, you know, how you can help someone in his interest to get something. It's not about humanity anymore. So it should be about humanity first. You know, we should try and better our own society. We are in a pot of mess. We are in a deep hole of mess. The northern region is still at war. We have bandits, we have kidnappers. And then this is a leader that has sponsored politicians into office, that has helped a lot of politicians, that is impacting in his society, that has been the front runner of coronavirus situation. He's there involved in another scandal. He did another scandal in Lagos, you know, and he's a northerner and he's a Muslim. You know, and I advise him, there are a lot of women that have not gotten married. He should go and get married. He should get married. Just like the way, you know, you're rich and stuff. You go and look for a decent, intelligent woman to get married to that is hot, sexy. Go and get married. You know, don't sit there and be, you know, this fling, that fling and stuff. And then you come here, people will come and be telling you, no, it's not true. It's Photoshop. How does it get to Photoshop? He should sue her for defamation so we can all be happy, you know. I support that if he feels like it's Photoshop, it's not damage control, because damage control is another thing. Without going to court and without taking the right legal system. Photoshop is another situation, and defamation of character is another situation. So he should take her to court if it's true. When an American woman knows that she's right, you have zero way about it. She will make sure, and this woman is like, she's clear on, she's in love. You know, she wants love. That's what she wants. She wants him to love her. So I advise him, they should just go and sort out their mess. They should go and try. If he's going to marry her, he should go ahead and marry her. You know, Muslim permits a man to marry a Christian. You know, so he should go and marry her. She's ready to settle. She loves him. You know, she's just hot. Her heart has been broken into 1,000 pieces. I understand her pain. You know, she's in love. She needs him to realize that, you know, and she's not afraid to let it out for everybody to know. And you're here calling her all kinds of name, prostitute and stuff. What do you do when you get married? It's prostitution that you do, legal prostitution. There's illegal prostitution. That's what is happening right now. There's legal prostitution when you get married. So stop calling people prostitutes and stuff like that, because you are also part of the product of legal prostitution. So when people get angry, they just talk anyhow because he's from the northern. Of course, I'm also from the northern state, but I have to be honest. To be righteous is part of your religion. So if you are going to keep sugarcoating the mess, that's how we will continue having illnesses in our society, and we will not be able to have good moral values. So when someone does things and it's not right, we have to call him to order. You know, we cannot pretend. Pretending is disgusting. You know, he has an urge. We have seen it. Our northern men, they even at the age of 70, 80, they still have urge for women. They marry younger women, which is okay, you know. But you cannot be cutting corners. Stop cutting corners. You have grandbabies. You're a father. You're a responsible man. You have a company and stuff like that. You are a businessman. People look up to you, and then you make a mistake and you don't want to own up to it. If a president of the United States of America can own up to his mess, who are you not to own up to your mess? And then who are you to come and tell me, or anybody to come and tell me that I'm not in a position? I am in a position in both countries to speak about it. So we need to get our things in order. You know, we need to be morally right and sane, because we keep pretending, and this pretend is bringing a lot of breach in our in our cultural values and stuff like that. You know, and many things. And she even said that she learned a lot from him. You know, these are evidence. You know, it's an evidence. She didn't even speak bad about him, but because most people are so much in a hypocrisy, they rather accept that, no, it wasn't true, it's a Photoshop. Who told you she's a Photoshop? She has good packages. She has good behind, good whatever. She has packages, and that's what they look for. You know, they are looking for good packages. We should stop deceiving ourselves. It happened, you know. And if he sues her, she's going to say more things, and that's when we'll hear a lot of details, how the sexual positions and all what have you in details, you know. And then if it's not true, he should sue all the media outlets, Premium Times, what have you, all of them. He should sue them, you know. I am really interested to see how the legal system will go about it. I encourage him. He should take them to court if it's not true. When you are in a relationship that's sensitive, you don't want to go to court. You don't want, you know, you can only do damage control to say that it's Photoshop. But we all know intelligent minds, just like the way we see our corrupt leaders. Intelligent people know that it's not Photoshop. It has happened before. Each time they have a messy situation, it backfires, they are messy, you know, they are loose ends and stuff. They keep saying Photoshop. You know, this Photoshop is outdated. They should find something else. It's outdated. Just like our security system, we haven't been able to apprehend our wars and stuff. It's outdated. Everything is outdated. They keep repeating the same pattern, the same mess. You know, just like the way some honorable members sometimes went to America to go and have, you know, under the American stuff, and they came and they were saying the ambassador is lying. How can the ambassador lie? You know, they were trying to have sex, pay for sex and stuff, and the American government were so angry. You know, it was everywhere. You know, we always like to cover things up, put it under the table. You know, you saw the picture. It's not the picture. It's a Photoshop. How is it a Photoshop? So they should go and interview the woman. They should go and interview the woman. Let the woman speak. Let her also voice out her agony or whatever. You know, she's in pain. You know, you don't even know when it was good. We didn't know about it. You know, how can just a random chick, you know, a random chick just come out and be showcasing the butt cheeks of the Dangote, a grandfather, you know, a father, you know? It's sad. You know, it's really sad. It's really sad. We have to have our moral acts together. You know, we have both political corruption, religious corruption, everything. Everybody will come and be preaching. Any small thing, they will just use the word insult you. Karwa. Look at Karwanchi everywhere. Yeah. So we have to learn to be honest with ourselves and have respect for human dignity, human values. You know, it's not all about money. People are worshiping money. You know, worshiping money. At the end of the day, is deeds that we have. You will never have a billionaire grave. You know, nothing about like he hasn't played a part in some things and stuff like that. It's just that we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be righteous. We have to be fearless in our reality. You know, youths, every day we are being downplayed. You don't even have a voice of your own. You've seen that they are doing a damage control. You're calling it a Photoshop. We lack intelligence these days. That's why we are in a pot of mess. You know, we lack intelligence. You can see the situation, analyze and see it. Why is he not going to court? You know, he has great lawyers. He's rich, you know. Even Hush Puppy is going to court. And he's legally rich. He's legally rich. He should go to court. You know, this thing has been happening before. And it's not a blackmail. It does not look like a blackmail, you know. And you're out there saying Photoshop. Why is she not arrested? Why are the police not in her house? Why is it not in her house for defamation? Defamation is a crime. It's a crime. So you people need to wake up from reality. Wake up from reality. Our leaders need to be called into order. You know, they need to be. Yes, you want to drink it's not coffee. It's strawberry. It's strawberry tea. So we should find a way to make ourselves better, so that we won't continue having the same limbo. You know, and our leaders have to learn to understand that they owe it to us to put us first and to also be truly part of our solution problem, not selfish interest and what have you. You know, as a public figure, he represents Africa, he represents us, he represents everything. We owe him a lot. He owes us a lot to make sure he represents us better, and we respect him a lot to make sure that he is also in a morally conduct, in a respectful conduct, so that, you know, we will not be looked down at. You know, we have come a long way. I don't want him to be dragged again, you know, so we need to call him into order to check himself, you know, and, you know, as youths, you know, we see this, you know, it's a slap on the face, you know, when you are that successful, you should be looking forward to have responsible situation in your own in your own private affairs, so it won't keep busting out allegations and scandals, you know. Scandals is not right at your. Why is Bill Gates not having scandal? Why is Mark Zuckerberg not having scandal? You know, why don't you ask yourself like that? I'm not a dumb person, and I don't want to be one. I don't want to be a groupie. I don't want to be those people that sit down and wait for the situation anymore. I am part of the situation and the problem solving. We have come a long way, you know, and we have gotten to a stage now of highly intelligent, sophisticated, intelligent businessmen and intelligent leaders transacting with our future, with our lives. So we need to also make sure that they involve us into their reality, you know, and they carry us along, and we are not being looked funny. So that's just it, you know. So we have to make sure that our leaders stop this hanky-panky you know, situation and dance, because the youths are not learning good moral values from it, you know. It's sad, you know. He hurts his children, he hurts his family, he hurts almost everybody. People watch this and stuff because he's rich, he's going to get away with it. Bill Gates did not get away with it. So we should try and make sure that, you know, this Photoshop thing does not stick in your mind while you do it too and call it Photoshop. Because now he has, you know, they did it before. The emir did it, they said Photoshop. Now he's doing it, Photoshop. Everybody do it, Photoshop. A youth in 3 years, he will do it because the emir did it, he got away with it, Photoshop. Now Dangote did it, now he's getting away with it, Photoshop. It's not okay to be Photoshopping your own lies under the table. It's better you face it, you know. For her to come out and even put it on her own Instagram page, damn, you know, it's really crazy. You know, Africans, we need to wake up. We need to really wake up. Really, really wake up. She had the guts to put it on her own Instagram page. And you're here calling it a Photoshop. It's called damage control. Damage control. So other people out there that they want to follow suit, they should know it's not okay. It's not okay. You rather just go and get married to another wife or marry. Stop cutting around the corners and making women look cheap. And then when they speak, you want to shut them down so that they won't have a voice. You know, it's not okay. Respect, that's the gateway to life. So you need to respect that place, and you need to also respect your own manhood. You know, put respect in every recipe and everything that you do. Regulate it. It's very important that you regulate it. You know, this is not okay. It's not okay in our society. We are vulnerable. I've had sexual harassment in all dimensions. You know, because that's why you see I'm passionately involved in the humanitarian things, because I know what attractive women go through. You know, they look at them as like sex objects. You have to be really strong to overcome in both American and in both African countries. So you need to also have this perspective in your head that women don't lie when it has to do with relationship. They don't lie. Yes, there are prostitutes in both male and female, but they don't lie when it comes to relationship. You have to get ready to put your mess into order. You know, a woman, when she's telling the truth, she does not care whichever way it goes. You know, so, you know, be very careful with relationship. Try not to hurt other people's emotions. Try to always, you know, be decent about it. Pay dowry, please. Please, pay dowry. Go and pay dowry. Marry. Go and marry. Pay dowry. Pay dowry. Because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Go and pay dowry. Pay dowry. Go and pay dowry. Haba. It is time. It's time. I wish you all the best. May your business continue to boom. May we also be better. May we stop sugarcoating our lies and face our fears and face our, you know, shortcomings and stuff like that, so we can be better. That's what great men do. That's what great human beings do. They face their fear. They face their lies. They face whatever. They don't hide under some things and stuff. They rather come out to try and make themselves better. May he become better. May the northern people also succeed. You know, may we also find different ways and different ways out of our mess. The insecurity, the bandit, the kidnapping, the rape still ongoing in the northern region. May we find ways to reduce the poverty in the northern region. That's my concern. I wish all the true leaders the best. May we also have sanity in our lives and what have you. You have a blessed day. I'll try and do this in Hausa. Yes, Habiballah. Bye-bye.